welcome to where the furniture isn't always the best, but them views, they are amazing.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the 13th floor. We are back and we have a full house this week.
Yeah, baby.
I'm here with everybody, Fresh, Faison, both of the Joneses.
The Jones boys.
The
Right.
Jones boys. Right. We got the one with no hair and the one with dreads.
Right.
Exactly.
Right.
However, how do you want it? We can give it to you.
We can get it to you. We
There's a
can get
blessing.
it.
I
Yep.
wish I feel like I'm on that and every fella out there right now listening on that cusp of like, you're not sure where it's gonna go. You might have 3 more years, and then it's just gonna be like, where'd it go? But it is a blessing that you've been blessed with a luxurious lock of hair, because the struggle is real. The struggle is real.
I
Not that
always
it's gone,
fight the battle.
but it's not as college thick. So
Hey,
That's
I
what they call. My
always
kids
fight
don't
the
know
battle.
me. My kids don't know me with hair. They see pictures like, you had hair, Dad? Like,
BJ, I'm not sure I known you with hair.
it has been.
I didn't cut my hair off until the twins were born.
Ah,
I know that. I feel like it was always like low though.
yeah.
you
He
always
always
had
had
always had a low
Jay-Z
Caesar.
cut.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
the ball fade, Caesar for my freshman year, but after that it was the ball fade.
You know why it didn't factor me? Because I remember seeing when you crossed. So I remember.
Well, that did.
So that's why I'm
Yep,
like, oh, okay.
yep.
It fits.
He didn't even have eyebrows then.
Hey, we ain't gonna talk. I don't want to say don't talk about no hair.
Hey.
That's a whole different level.
Okay.
Of
Okay. Let's rewind. Cut that out. We're not gonna talk about them days.
And come back in 3, 2.
What's wrong? Mama Jones is gonna get mad. She's still mad about it. She still want to beat somebody up.
I don't think she don't know about that stage. By the time I went home, I was good.
Oh, you had eyebrows. Oh,
They was back.
Mama Jones, don't worry. We were keeping lookout, and it would have been a problem.
Yeah.
You know, if anything would have happened.
If that's the worst thing that happened to me, I came out okay. Man,
Right.
just put it like that.
Facts.
Right. Big facts. Yeah, the whole hair conversation. Y'all ain't even reached to the next level yet. The next level is after you start losing hair, the hair that you still have starts to turn gray.
I got a little gray hair going.
I got a whole lot of that going on.
I just ain't letting it come in that much.
I'm looking forward to that gray stage. I tried that whole beard thing. God bless you, Ian. Can't do it. I'm too patchy. So tried that, didn't work. But I want the gray. I want the gray beard. I want that whole like silver fox thing going. But we'll see how
You gotta commit.
Yeah,
I mean, I had the cyber, I shaded it off. I can't, that doesn't, I don't know. This might go next. So be ready for this to go around. Might be back to like
The goatee's gonna go.
probably, and just be back to the mustache. The 18-year-old kid trying to get into a club with a mustache is very full. Like,
I
Listen,
haven't
man, just
cut off my facial hair in I don't know how long, that I'm very curious as to how it would look. But here we go. So the only reason I really started the beard was because back in the day, going to like strip clubs with degenerates. There was 3 things I noticed. If you didn't have muscles or locks, you pretty much weren't getting talked to. And so beards were like, and I wasn't that deep into lifting weights. I wasn't, I
You had
tried
guns,
to grow
though.
my hair.
you always had guns.
It's funny though, yeah. I appreciate that. First off, thank you. Let me say that first and foremost.
Ladies and
guy
gentlemen,
who is, like, been
ladies and
trying for
gentlemen,
years.
we're talking about his arms. We're not
Yes.
talking about actual
Yeah, it was
weapons.
always that. You know how I used to do it. You
We
know
gonna
how
be on flag. We gonna be
always
flag,
had
man.
that arm and carry, baby. But well, first off, like I said, I appreciate that because I definitely never felt that I did. Even though I will say, in my large polos, I do be coming out them sleeves. I make them disappear on a cat.
Right.
That's hilarious.
But that was
Um,
the one of the initial spins of getting the beard. But since then, I haven't I feel weird. Like I feel like I'm gonna feel naked. But I only get these spotty. I might get 3 gray hairs a year. and they come in. One comes in here. I got one that comes crossway right here, and then I have every once in a while there'll be a, and really I was hopeful they would turn because sometimes I get red hairs. I don't know if any of you guys ever got the in-betweeners. So I was real hopeful I was gonna go what's Buddy's name who hangs with Kanye? Oh my God, but he instead of going gray, all his stuff went red.
Oh, whoa. Okay.
Yeah.
I saw
So
it.
he's like all his hair is red. So I was like, oh, that'd be dope if that happens. But I do it toward back to the show, folks.
Yeah, it's yeah.
Where do
Anyway,
we go?
y'all just wait. My nose hairs are gray.
Oh no, they trust that. That's the other thing. And those they are so straight and long. Like
Yes.
you get a lot of nose hairs once you start getting into, late 30s, early 40s. But those gray ones, those are like nose fingers, because I mean they are very present and they'll have you wiping your nose thinking,
all
oh,
the
is that a
time.
booger?
All the time.
That is that.
Yes.
And then you're like, oh, that is a gray. I need to figure. Can I? And then you look even crazier because you try to figure out the way. Can I pinch that thing? Where can I get it to be able to? I just want to yank that thing out.
And then if you get like the little nose hair trimmers, they're like the weirdest things ever. And it sounds like you're putting a weed eater in your nose.
Yeah, you gotta get left, right. Yeah.
Crazy.
Don't get a nick. Don't get a nose nick.
It is crazy.
Oh my God, that nose nick all day. You're like, oh my God. It feels like when if you ever been to the cold and you get that cold, dry nose, where it's just like all of a sudden you get that crack, and it's just like, oh, this is horrible. You don't want to do nothing.
Brett right now is just like, y'all are old.
Right, exactly.
Hey, bro.
We're just trying to prepare you, man.
Just wait,
you hear that? Brett.
It's not coming. Exactly.
Right.
It's coming.
I'm beating that one back. I don't know. I'm gonna beat that back.
Now with Sonny.
That's the same thing.
Sonny's gonna push you 4 years ahead. Fast.
That's the same thing I thought. And I still been blessed. I see too many of my peers that I be looking at like, whew, man, y'all been through some stuff, man. Y'all really have they have allowed me to feel a lot better about my life and what I got going on. Like I be every day just like,
let me tell you,
you're looking good. Boy, you're looking good.
Let me tell you, man. And we always say that Black folks, we don't age the same as white folks, but
facts.
I would say there are some peers that we have that I look at them and I'm just like, what in the world?
And peers, forget peers. There are dudes who I know are 5 to 10 years younger than me who I be looking at like, what did you go through? Like, what is going on in your life? I thought you was living the good life. You look like you have been through.
And here's the real funny thing about it. The funny thing about it is that those people will come to you and we're sitting here like, oh man, I'm not working out like I'm supposed to. I need to tighten up on my eating a little bit. And they'll come to you and ask you, hey man,
what are you doing?
What type of diet you on? What workout you do?
Whatever fits in my hand.
Pretty much, right? Exactly. Pretty much.
Oh my God.
Yeah. But you know what? I want to talk about the head nod. Like Art, I just saw you nod your head, and I know you said you want to talk about the head nod.
So for like 3 months, I've been like observing and noticing. So I did a full study on this, and it just obviously me head nodding to others, to the people who are crazy, people who you think are, might be trying to attack somebody like that. I was in New York yesterday. And like you walk to New York City and people who are on the train, you're like, okay, this guy looks like he might like try to stab somebody. I'm gonna go look at him, give him a quick nod. And then he looked at you, he goes, okay, like move on to somebody else. So you like, so the nod.
I'm gonna stab everyone else but the guy who gave
exactly. The guy who gave me a nod. Like he knows what's up. So I feel like there's two different means of nod. The one nod is a recognition nod of like the nod up, like I see you, like I got you, like eye contact. And then there's the other nod, and you guys jump in here if you want to, or when you feel like you need to, is the other nod of when like you're just walking in the street, somebody you nod down. Like somebody you don't know, you nod up. Why do we do that? Why do we not up somebody we don't know, but not down for somebody we do know? No, I'm sorry, opposite. You're not down for somebody you don't know. You're not up for somebody you do know. Think about that and just kind of quickly assess the process when you're going around. Like if you don't know the person, you're not down. And my thoughts were, and you jump in, is that nodding, bowing, looking down, respect sign, like, okay, what's up, dude? I see you. But it's somebody, you're like, what up, dude? Like, it's like a welcome, and you already seen them. You already been, it's a whole process. So have you in your time noticed or even thought about the last person you had nodded, be it up or down? Did you know them or did you not know them?
I will say in general, I think the down for somebody you don't know versus up for somebody you do is more of a, if it's somebody I don't know, the down is more of a, I'm scanning your body and analyzing, you know what I mean? In that, you know, what you call it, and also giving you the voucher of like, yo, you good, chief? You know what I mean? Like, yo, it's there are a million, because A, it's a what's up. B, it is a like, yo, you good? And it's also, you good? You know what I mean? Like all of these things are wrapped up in that one, just, you know, like, yo, I'm just letting you know, like, yo, don't start nothing, won't be nothing. But, you know, at the same time, you cool, we cool. You want to chill? What's up? You know, hey, let's find out. It's all of that. But if it's somebody who I know, I'm not going down because I'm not worried about what you're coming at me with. You know what I mean? I'm not thinking or having any assumption that I need to analyze your body. And it's more just like, yo, you know what I mean? Like,
right.
It's the happier sunshine. You're raising up, you know what I mean? Because normally when you're encountering somebody that you know, your endorphins and everything else are raising up as well. So that's why it's an uplifting moment.
And open your body, open up too.
Yeah, exactly.
Right. Open up.
It's an uplifting moment. You're opening up because you're again encountering somebody. It's that memory, that positivity.
I agree totally with that, and I would say we still use that nod up when we see somebody that we're on to them. Like, I'm observing you. I am watching you, and I know what you're up to.
Right.
Right. So it's different variations and levels of what's up. Right.
Right.
Like,
we nod the okay, I see you. That's the look. That's the up. I see you across the room. Like, all right, that guy.
Okay, I see what you're up to.
Yeah.
Right. And then the other one that's up is, you know, kind of going back to the commercial. Right. You know, that type of celebratory what's up. The nod down for me is like, okay, I don't know you, but we're in the presence. You know, my little nod down is kind of, as Ian says, yeah, right there, I'm checking you out.
Nod too, with the lips and
that. Yo. Okay, we here. What's up? You know what I mean? Like,
no, yeah.
You do what you do. I'm gonna do what I do. Maybe we'll get friendly. Maybe we won't. But then I also have a nod down that's just like, what? Like
a donkey nod. That's what that is.
Yeah. Yep. Donkey. Like, what did you say?
Wow. So yeah, I'm telling you, I was going back and forth. It's been a while, just me observing, and I would do this and just kind of just keep an eye out on things. Just again, 3-4 months just doing it, and never forgot to bring it back to the podcast because we always had something cool to talk about. But
well, hold on. There's also another nod down, though. There is a nod down when there are a group of us that we all know each other, and we look around at the environment and we realize it could go down any moment. And that nod down is, you ready?
Exactly. Like, yo,
you know what to do next, right?
Left, and yo, you know, I'm coming with the thing on the backside, so
right,
ready to hit the dope.
Right, Ian, you got the guns,
right? Okay, cool. Listen, I knew that there was more to my thoughts on the nod. I knew there was more than just my quick observation, but yes, that makes complete sense. And
think about how many times you've been in the club. We've been in the club, and you catch eyes with somebody not too far away, and the difference between you getting up and saying, "Hey, y'all, it's time to go," is whether it's a nod down or it's a nod up.
100%. Facts.
Great story. I remember the first time I ever got flued out for DJing. I went to it was the barber show that I did in Denver. And I remember being dead in the middle of the set, nervous as hell because it's the first time that I'm, DJing outside of the state and even like, you know what I mean? So I'm half nervous. I'm DJing. I look up across the crowd. There's 120 people out there, but I can see this one just like thug just looking at me like it just like zoned right to me, and this dude is just ice grilling me. So I'm just kind of like scanning, saw him, but kind of half looked down like I'm gonna. But I was like, he's looking at me so hard, I can't like I have to at least make eye contact now. Looked at him, that dude just. I was just like, my God, let's go. We're tuned in now. That's that adrenaline shot.
Oh,
that's hilarious. I remember ignoring that nod. We were talking about the strip club earlier. I remember ignoring that nod at Coco's.
Wow.
And then the next thing I know, a green champagne bottle just hit me in the chest.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, oh.
It's going down. That was the nod.
Yes, right. That was the nod.
Miscue.
Exactly. That was the nod. Right. He was, buddy, you doing too much talking to the entertainment. You over there on first name basis.
Well, nah, you can't begin. Yeah, exactly.
I'm trying to set up coaching clients, man. What's wrong with you?
I'm here for other reasons. Reasons. Business
right.
purposes.
I'm not here for what you're here for.
We're all professionals.
Right. I have no defined office hours.
Exactly.
You said the office, and I remember the office was the office. I'm not sure if anybody watches the new show, and this is not a cuss word. This is actually the name of the show.
I feel like I'm out already.
Huh?
I feel like I'm already out.
Rap shit. The new show with Issa Rae.
Yes, I've seen a couple
the club
episodes.
The Office, and I was like, someone heard us say that in Miami.
Nah, it's filmed down here.
Yeah, I know what I'm saying, but someone like that was years. This is like 99, 2000 saying that was The Office, and now
but the office is still down here.
But there is an office down there.
Yeah, it's still down here.
Oh, okay.
It's still down here. That's why.
Yeah, that was the $50 Hennessy bottle Fridays, man. That was a regular.
What do you know about that, young man?
Yeah, man. I know this dude ain't listening, but shout out to Fat Boy, who was managing the office. I don't know if he's still there managing the office, but that was his spot. So anyway.
Yeah, great establishment.
Thank you for indulging me in my nodding process. I will continue to nod. And if you're out there, I'm hoping whoever you're listening or watching, you probably did nod your head thinking, what do I do? So let us know what you do, because it's something to just think about. Like, that's a big conversation continuation process for us.
Yeah, man. Listen, I wasn't expecting the conversation around hair to be that long, and then the nods and
hairless.
And Brett, I realized that for you ain't trying to nod your head down or up with all them heavy locks. So
they only get heavy when they wet, man. I'm good.
Okay. So I almost looked at the wrong list and was going to go to the wrong topic next. I'm like, microaggressions. Why are we talking about that? Who came up with that? But that's the wrong list. Yeah.
That's another conversation altogether.
That's another conversation altogether. If you all really want to hear a conversation about microaggressions, and actually it might not be a bad one, it might be a pretty good one. So maybe we'll think about it.
Microaggressions against Black men. That's a whole topic in itself.
Yeah.
And even Black men displaying microaggressions.
Again, yes, definitely.
Yep. Fresh. Again, new things happening, new things popping. So I know that you started a new gig, man, and it's your entry back into, a traditional job, man. How's that feeling?
Welcome back.
Oh man, one reason only, steady paycheck is the way to get wrecked. So we had a focus. We made sure to execute a plan. We did what we need to execute that plan. That plan has been executed. So now we sit in the seat where we need to be. We got amazing benefits and all the fringes to go along with it. So yeah, man, just gonna ride this thing on out, continue to expand the empire. You know how we do. Don't know motion stop.
That's what's up, man. Congratulations, man.
Congrats.
It'll be interesting because I think the corporate space has changed quite a bit since you were last in it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no, 100%. Well, I did my toes back in Lake Minnetonka last year. But the powers that be decided that it just wasn't time to make that move yet, which I'm thankful for, because this position definitely hits more of my strengths than being strapped behind a computer 24/7. A lot of travel involved, company car, like I said, a lot of perks and good benefits. So we out here living.
Okay, nice, man. And I would not be your homeboy if I didn't say, do we get a discount now?
Yeah, I actually, yeah. I mean, if y'all need things, just let me know. If y'all need that paint on deck.
Whoa. We on the podcast with a bunch of listeners, and you said y'all.
If they really
our comments gonna blow up,
right now,
and all of a sudden people gonna be like, I don't even know what it is, but
exactly.
I don't know where you at, but I want some.
They don't even know what it is, first and foremost. And second off, I'm about to say, if they really that frisky that they about to be that active, hey, go ahead and come and ask. Doesn't mean you get nothing, but I'd like to see those see the comments active. So please engage. Never know what could happen.
You never know. Good. So fellas, I want to keep the mood.
Let me jump in real quick, because I'm just thinking about something real quick, Fred, and I don't mean to put you on the spot, but I believe in using every platform we got possible. First of all, I was glad to hear about Pops pull through and the procedure that he did the other day. But we still in need, right? We still in need. Let's use our platform. How can we put something out there? If anybody's listening, we still need.
Ironically, I actually have two. Both my father and her mother, Amani's mother, both need kidneys. Amani's mom just had to transplant. Like oh man, August, I would say July, August, and yeah, it's not doing too well right now. She's got a low white T cell count. Just went back to the hospital last week, right before the weekend. But then yeah, my dad just switched his dialysis mechanism from his stomach to his arm, but is also in need of a kidney. So anybody out there, please, yes, if you have any information on somebody who'd be willing to donate a kidney, that'd be amazing.
Again, it just came to mind. I know we tried to use a platform. I remember seeing that yesterday and comment on it real quick. But again, anybody out there, man, I know this is the thing that you never know who knows somebody who's thinking about it, whatever the case may be. So if you're out there, if you're thinking about it, hey, hit people up. Let's go. Let's make some magic happen.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm not going to add anything to that, man. Y'all covered it, but if you know somebody that's willing, do we need what it has to be from a particular blood type, or?
Please don't get me that involved in trying to understand fully the dynamics of kidney donation. But
we'll figure out who to put in touch with if we get somebody who's interested.
I was gonna say, I'm pretty sure it's almost like if you can find somebody and they're not a match to you, then you can get a match type thing. Like there's a way to make it happen, pretty much.
Okay.
We'll throw in the gram. We'll throw up in the gram. We'll highlight it. Make sure it's there.
All right. We're going to throw it up on the gram. Don't forget, somebody write that down, or we're going to throw it up on the gram.
Yep. We got it.
All right. What kind of time are we working with? Anybody keeping time?
1 minute and 36 seconds.
That's how long we've been. Cool. Let's get into it.
Thank you for tuning in. Have a good night.
Exactly.
So I went to you saying we got 1 minute and 36 seconds left?
No.
Got you. I thought you meant we were 1 minute and 36 seconds in. I'm like, okay, perfect. We got a bunch of time.
We do got a bunch of time though. We're good.
Okay, we're good. Okay, that's
let
what
me
I like.
remove an arm for you guys.
Yeah. So I recently went and hooked up with our people with Eric Thomas and Associates. I went out to Chicago to the 120 conference, and we're not going to get into all that, but it was phenomenal. If you get a chance, and they do, I think they only do it once a year, so you have to wait till next year. But he is on his book tour right now, so good book. I haven't got even a quarter of the way through, but it's called UOU. The conference kind of highlighted the book, of course, and one of the key things that he said, and this is not the part we're going to get into. We're going to get into what transpired later on. Transpired. I don't know if I said transpired, but y'all know what I mean. He said that in order for you to fully operate in your gift, most of us have to heal first. Right? Because most of us are broken to some degree or have experienced something. And until we heal from that, we can't fully operate. So conference is over. I get on the plane. It just so happens one of the people I was volunteering is in the TSA line with me. Shout out to Trudy Ann. Once I said Trudy Ann, y'all know where she's from, right?
Jamaica.
Yep. Shout out to Trudy Ann if she's listening. I think she may have subscribed or whatever before then. I'll tell her to subscribe. That we shouted her out. My newest little sister, but Trudy Ann and I end up sitting next to each other on the plane, and we're talking. Mind you, my plane almost didn't go anywhere because there was something wrong. They needed a Delta Airlines mechanic. The last person that got on the plane that was sitting right across from me, once he heard them say, we might not be able to leave, we might have to get back off the plane and get you all rebooked. My man got up, went to the front and said, I'm a Delta Airlines mechanic. Tell those guys to give me an orange vest. Put on the orange vest. My man went down.
You serious?
Checked whatever was wrong with the plane.
Please tell me you're lying, yo.
I am dead serious. Checked whatever was wrong with the plane.
That's awesome.
And then came back up, talked to the pilot, said we're good to go. Gave him back the orange vest and sat back down in the seat.
Oh, dope.
And you made it, so you know he wasn't bullshit.
Yeah,
Right.
Not at all, clutch. And that's funny because that's the conversation we were having, is that if he would have went and told the pilot everything was okay, but then got off the plane and didn't get back on, we had already talked about we're getting off
another one. Exactly. I'm gonna go ahead and catch another one.
Right.
Oh,
Right.
That's dope.
Yeah. So there was a delay for that, but it was pretty cool. Shout out to Buddy and Comfort Plus. That was mechanic.
You playing fancy. Comfort Plus.
Yeah. Don't start. Don't start, Mr. First Class. Don't even do it. But anyway, so we were talking, and turns out Trudy Ann went through Game Changers, which you got to go back many episodes to understand our Game Changers time and all that good stuff. But went through Game Changers earlier this year, and we were talking, and she's, as we all experience life. And one of the things that I said in the moment was, it's interesting. He said that people have to heal, but sometimes we either make the attempt on our own to heal the wrong person, right? Talking about ourselves, or we get help for the wrong person, or we go to work and we're being told that we're strong in certain things and we have opportunities in other places, but the person that's actually strong or has the opportunity is not actually us. It's the person that we've created.
3 levels deep.
So
say that. So you gotta say that again.
You want me to say that again? Okay.
Yeah,
so
people on cheap seats need that
I
one.
say somebody's about to rewind that and play that back. So go ahead and run that back one more again.
Okay, so let me run it back again. So you are in situations where you realize that I need to get help, or I need to get assistance, or there's something wrong with you and nobody can figure out what it is. and they're trying different things, but they're trying those things not for the actual you, but for the person that you have created. Right. And then that made me think to myself, well, when you think about God and us being made in his image and us having the ability to create the same way that God does, we're actually creating other beings within our image, right? That they look like us, they may smell like us, but we've made up a totally different version. And because they're not the original, they're not authentic, they have there's certain things that develop in them, right? So if you watch movies, it plays out in movies all the time when they create a clone and there's something wrong, something slightly off in the DNA of the clone. So the clone starts to have issues, and then the clone, dies or whatever it is, but the original is still there. And I wanted to talk to you guys because one, I thought about, oh man, is the way that people interpret choice and free will, are they not understanding the full power of that?
Wow.
Elaborate on the question. When you say the way that people interpret choice and free will,
so they interpret choice and free will to be, I can choose this religion versus that religion. I can choose to eat this instead of that. I can choose to live in this country instead of that country. But it is actually so powerful that you can choose to create a person in your image, right? And have that person be the person moving through life. But the intention, I don't want to keep going because I don't want to close y'all off from y'all being able to jump in and close out. But that's what I'm saying. The power that we've actually been given is much greater than what people realize. And because they don't know how powerful it is, they get themselves into situations or into conditions that they don't understand and nobody else understands either. And even when they try to help, you're not actually helping at the root cause.
I think it's a piece of like fake it till you make it, right? Where when you're doing this fake it till you make it, you are creating this, there are pieces that are what you're aspiring to be, but then there are pieces that are just like where you're playing a role and you're just trying to, well, maybe this is, making these weird assumptions where, just like you said, you create this vision of yourself that then other people are going to look to create solutions around something that is not truly ever going to solve ultimately what you have at your core that you really need the healing from, because you've already created this other artificial, in the sense, being of yourself, just because you're faking it until you make it. You're trying to do all of these things with these false visions, or you're just doing what you assume is the right way. But now you've created a vision that people are like, oh, well, I thought I could help you, just like you say, okay, where maybe it's this type of training that you need, or what do you mean you're really great at, this piece of the job, where it's like internally you're like, that's the piece I hate the most. And on top of that, really, I really wish I'd be over there, but I've never shown any inclining that I had any interest in that area, because I was faking it for this section over here.
Mm-hmm.
So there's a couple of things right there. I think I totally agree with what you're saying, but I think at the core of that is, do we really know who we are, right? Are we in tune with who we are in that original state, whatever that means for each individual, right? And I think that's what a lot of people are searching for nowadays, with all the transition the pandemic had caused, with jobs, with relationships, with just life in general. Like, people started searching deeper, but still maybe not even reaching that core, that root cause, that root dimension, or whatever that is, or understanding who they are, what they possess, what drives them. Everything you just pointed out, like, I found myself in the day, we just went through year-end close in our review for our evaluation for your yearly bonus and merit pay and all this stuff. And I'm sitting here listening to all this feedback that's getting, I'm like, Yeah, because I can do those things because I built the skills over the years. Just because we talk about all the time, college, all the stuff we did in college was preparing me to do all the stuff we're doing now in life, right? And a lot of people don't understand that, but they really peel back and saw all the things we did in leadership and organizations and just leading, if you, no matter what label you want to put on it, like that prepared us for that. The other stuff that I'm doing right now is just, this is the task I need to check off on a daily basis to make sure my bases is covered, to make sure paycheck, all that stuff is coming in and not worry about. While I'm still outside that 9 to 5, still making sure that we get everything together, I get everything together and make sure that I'm trying to get back to what my purpose is. And they asked me, like, are you gonna move? Like, I don't really see myself here in a couple of years. I mean, I think it's the first time ever I can say that and not even worry about what they thought about it. I don't care.
It's like
you just sat here and told me all this thing I'm good at. You can't say I'm neglecting on my job or anything like that. But I say this is right now, this is just a job.
Yeah.
I like what I'm doing, but this is just a means right now until I figure out exactly is where my focus is, what my purpose is, where I should be walking and what line that should be. Because I'm getting there. I'm not there yet. This is where I'm placed at to do it. I'm not gonna slack on you guys. This is gonna get done because I'm gonna max out my merit and my bonus. Trust me, with all my skills I got. That you just listed it on your own and told me what I can do. So don't try to cheat me on that end. But best believe you may get a phone call in a week, a month, a year from now. I'll be like, I'm gone, and I'm at peace with that. I'm good with that.
To do that, it's exactly what you said. You know who you are. You know what you're capable of. Now all of a sudden, you know your worth.
Yeah.
Right.
Because worth is not just a paycheck. I just want to make sure when you say that we're not just talking about paycheck.
Yeah.
But imagine right now if this BJ could talk to the BJ when we first started this podcast.
Oh, total different beast.
Imagine that conversation.
Total different beast.
Wow.
My attitude about just life in general, about what I do, like, again, like I go to work and I show up to work, don't get me wrong, but that's not my drive.
But you didn't, this wasn't, where you are at right now wasn't even on your radar, let alone being like, yo, I would tell a great job to kiss my, you know what I mean? Was not on your radar.
Right. And some of that is just somebody has trained us to be these other versions of who we actually are not.
That's what we're rewarded for.
Yep. Right. Go ahead, Brett.
That's where I was gonna go. Because initially you think, are you taught these things? So we talking about creating. That's man's greatest gift, the ability to create. You know, we got telephones, we have cell phones, we go up to 5G, SpaceX, we going to Mars. Man's greatest gift is the ability to create. And all of that starts with a thought. And the problem is that we aren't necessarily taught from an early age or at some point early in life that how powerful these thoughts are. And when experience and outside influences start to shape, then you get these alternate personalities. We talked about being different people in different social settings. We've talked about being different people or different versions of ourselves in the workplace. But it all goes back to, you know, what did you learn? Did you learn that as a man thinketh, so is he, and what that truly means? So when you buy into that, and it happens all the time. Like, thoughts have so much power. Like, I create my atmosphere on a regular basis, and I'm so thankful at the same time because the thoughts that I have, like when I want something, it could be the simplest thing. Something happened to me the other day, and I can't even remember what it was, but it's like I want this to happen, and it doesn't happen like right away, but down the line it comes right back to me. So I just feel like if you carry yourself in that way and you know what you want, you know who you are, all of these things have to be combined in the perfect, what you call it, Fresh, you said complex gumbo. All of these things have to come together in that complex gumbo to create the truest version of yourself or the truest version of your reality?
I was going to say, catching your wave of your inner world creates your outer world. So the things that you create within your head, within your mind, all of those thoughts, they do manifest. And I've had, especially in these last few months, too many occasions where it's everything from, simple desires of, maybe wanting something to eat versus even complex things of conversations I knew I needed to have about things that I didn't necessarily want to talk about, to where all of a sudden the conversation, like the person was just opening up in that direct area where it was just like, wow, I know I needed to have this conversation, but I didn't know how to bring it up. And look at this, they've just all of a sudden brought it up, and now we can go ahead and have this conversation comfortably. And so that is 100% true, where if you don't understand and truly believe and focus on the fact that your thoughts create your reality, you are missing out.
Big facts. And I want to get back to the creating other versions of ourselves, because what happens is, why you created that other version of yourself, and what you wanted that other version to achieve. So what happens, that other version actually accomplishes what it was that you intended it to, but then it maxes out, because that other version of yourself on its own can't now go and create a new goal, right? And now it's frustrated, or she is frustrated, and it's sending a signal back to the source. We are frustrated, right? And now you're receiving that, and that's showing up in you in anxiety. That's showing up in you in blood pressure. That's showing up in you in weight gain, because these things are happening and you don't know why. And it's because you sent out your representative sent the signal back to the source, right? Which, when we are the actual source that's acting, we take it and send it up to our source, and our source sends us back what we need, right? But now it's a broken system, and until you can cut those other versions free, you're caught up in something. You're caught in a never-ending loop. And I feel like there are a group of people out there that know we have the ability to do this, and that's why they have put all these things that help program us and lead us into something totally different, lead us into a different person and who we are. Oh, they got all this power to create. Cool. We're going to make them create multiple versions of themselves. They'll be so depleted and exhausted, but still getting the work done that we need in various stages. And when they can't do it anymore, just cut them loose. We'll go start over all fresh again with somebody else.
You just named an entertainment industry.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
For specific groups of people.
Mm-hmm. Damn. Wow.
Sports, entertainment. That can go a lot deeper. But
it's more than sports and entertainment. It's.
I mean, I'm thinking
corporate America, the same thing.
But I'm thinking more. I mean, in the context of African Americans, when I'm thinking about the boxes and that you shine here, you do this there, but you, like you said, you got the ability to create. Like, think about. I'll go back to. I forget who made the comment when the lady. I think it was a white lady that told LeBron to shut up and dribble.
Yeah.
And at that point in time, it was a personal feeling against it was a protest of speaking out against. At that time, I was saying right after the George Floyd. I'm pretty sure it was the context of it. I figured the exact conversation. Just shut up and dribble. That's what you're there for. Mm-hmm. The all the information that's coming out now about. When you think about the 90s, early 2000s hip hop era, where these secret meetings that happen behind room about what we're going to allow them to do and what we're going to give them to make sure they stay in this box and produce to keep these lyrics and these ideas out there. Like this is stuff that's really coming out. Like this stuff really happened. These people had these real meetings, like, and it's legitimate. They got the receipts for it. Like, people know the ability. Serena, like when she talking about retiring, like. I forget what other outlet it was. I heard so many different things again about her quitting and not wanting to play and do other stuff. Like, look, she's going on to do other stuff. She's got the title of greatest tennis player right now. She's moving to other stuff, but she need to play tennis. Leave the girl. Let her go.
Yeah. Why?
Why are you trying to put her in a box?
That's because of what they do, but it's the again, genius is right on the cusp of insanity. So again, to go back to a Kanye West,
Kanye
where
moment.
this is exactly the things that he talked about, previously when he was making his changes outside of music and trying to get into other things, which ironically, I don't know if you guys saw, one, he finally said Sway did have the answers. Yep, he made that quote, but then this fool was wearing a White Lives Matter shirt the other day
Man,
at
can we
his
not get this dude no energy, man? Like honestly,
well,
like he's such
the purpose though,
a distraction like this.
well, but the purpose again though is the basis of him making that exact statement in the sense of they put us in a box. When you are a minority who is good at anything, that is what you do. Period. Why? How dare you go outside of Bojangling and shoe shining? That is not that's not what you're here for. And being a champion of people understanding you can have many talents and you can pursue many different avenues of not just hobbies but also true building corporations and all of that kind of good stuff.
Yeah,
Right.
I'm with you. I'm with you. I'm with you, Brett. We're not gonna give that any energy. We may talk about that on another episode, but not this one. Man, I just appreciate y'all jumping in and indulging me on this one, because when I said it, Trudy Ann looked at me and was just like, "Are you crazy? Like nobody's ever spoken
That's
about
the
it in that way.
crazy
She's
part.
never heard
That
anybody
means
say that."
that means you're onto something. When
Mhm.
someone tells you, "What? Are you crazy?" It means that you just took something to the next level and you're ahead of that curve.
Right. And then it gave me a totally different perspective of the glass ceiling and what the glass ceiling actually is. Right.
Mhm.
So we think, oh, the glass ceiling, we can only go up so far. No. The glass ceiling is not about you going up. The glass ceiling is about breaking your connection to what's coming down from the source, because you have created something different. So now that antenna doesn't work because that's not the original, right? You put some foil on some hanger on a hanger and trying to get all the channels, but you can't do that.
Wow.
There may be some young listeners that didn't get that reference, but we're not going to
Yeah, they're
announce that
like,
right now.
Man.
what's an
Antenna? Foil?
Ask your
I'm gonna have to go
mama.
ahead and I'm gonna have to go and look that up.
Yeah. Ask somebody, your uncle, your auntie, something. Just what? If you don't know, just ask. We'll find a picture. We'll post it. We'll actually post on Instagram. Somebody write that down. Something else we post on
We
Instagram.
getting old, y'all. These conversations about what? Sorry. Kids
Hey,
don't even
man,
know what the
listen.
yellow pages was.
Yo, wow, that's
Sorry.
true facts. Yeah.
Sorry. Random stuff that popped. There was other conversation this week that I heard. I'm like, wow.
Well, and here's the crazy thing about that. If you get a home phone, you still gonna get the yellow pages. They still make it.
They do?
No.
Yes, they do.
Yes, they do.
Yes, they do.
Yes, they do.
Wow.
Yellow pages ain't gonna stop printing that paper.
People
They are holding on.
People just don't have home phones, so you get the home phone when you connect your phone. I mean, you get the yellow page when you connect your home phone.
Yes.
Wow.
I haven't had a home phone in years.
Yeah, crazy. All right, man. Well, we're gonna go ahead and close this thing out, man. Fresh, I'm coming to you, man. You got a fresh ovation for the people?
Let's see. This week, be excited for new beginnings. I'm just starting a new gig. There's endless possibilities with new awakenings. I'm just trying to look into this thing with fresh perspective. Like I said, being excited that it's going to allow some of my strengths to flourish, and just looking to take this thing to new heights as we're closing out the year. Not only think about what you've accomplished, but also begin to get ready now for 2023. Don't let it wait till your New Year's resolutions. Start thinking about and setting up what your 2023 is going to be like now.
Facts, big facts. I was gonna recommend that as our topic for the next cast, how we plan on closing out the year.
I already knew, so I'm leading in. Look at that.
Run.
Love it. Love you. You're already setting up. So make sure you all tune in for that on the next episode. I'm gonna go ahead and close this thing. If nobody else has anything, if all hearts are calm, I know I got y'all minds going right now and y'all are thinking and whatnot. Hopefully our listeners are going too. And as y'all have thoughts, man, please drop them on YouTube, drop them on IG. As always, we want to hear the interaction. And what I will leave you with is this: go self-assess. Right? That's my man CJ. That's his that's his thing. You know, self-assess. Go out there and take inventory. Go audit who's living in your house that's not supposed to be there. Who's with you during your commute to work that's not supposed to be there. Who's with you at your cubicle? You ever sit in your office at work or in your cubicle and you feel like it's crowded, but there ain't nothing around you? That's probably a good indication that you bring in those other people that you created with you. Double check it and look at the triggers. What are the triggers for you that make you create other versions of yourself? Right? I give you one of the biggest ones is money. Money will make us do some things. We were talking about strip clubs earlier. Money will make you do something strange for some change.
That's loud.
Right?
Yes, Lord.
And it's crazy because we referred to that back in the day with strip clubs, but it's all our life. It's all around. Money is making you do something strange just to make sure that you can pay the bills, when the likelihood is that if you were actually operating at yourself, the possibilities and your value would be infinite. The gift that was actually giving to you, you could access it and you could fully use it and get back what you're supposed to get in return because it was already promised to you. And I feel like I'm going down this religious kind of spiritual road, but somebody needs it. So we're going to give it to you.
Keep driving, champ.
What'd you say?
I say, keep driving, champ.
Yeah. Because I want to make sure if you're not being yourself, whatever was giving to you, you can't access it because you created something, some other version. And in talking about the money, it is okay. Money is fine, right? And what I've come to realize is money gives me meaning. Money does not give me definition. Let me explain that to you. Money gives me meaning because once I have money, that thing that I have been meaning to do, I can go do, right? I mean to go travel to another country. I mean to go buy another house for my mama. You know, I mean to go buy this, or I mean to go sponsor this person so they can do whatever. That gives me means. It does not define me. Money does not make who I am. So free yourself from that one, if that's the one driving you. And who knows, maybe I'll drop a couple more on IG or on YouTube just to go down this other things that potentially move us to create other versions of ourselves. That's our show this week here on the 13th floor. We appreciate you being here with us, where the furniture isn't always the best, but the views, they are amazing.
Amazing.
Namaste, Ninjaritos.
Yeah.
That's it for now, folks.
There it is, ladies and gentlemen. We're done here on the 13th floor, where the furniture isn't always the best, but the views are
Amazing.